Module 1. Account table, query, and a search form. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Be sure to check out our other how-to videos from this channel. Also, subscribe and share. It will be helpful for the channel. So in this module, being the first module, I am hoping to create a customer management system, an CMS, customer management system. So this first module, we are going to be creating an account table and a query and an account search form. Now the search form will be mostly just controls, no logic, just laying out our screen. In the module 2, we will add the search logic in the code behind. So there is no requirement for this task. Now, by having this table, the account table with some records, we are going to be able to design our account management screen. As you know, each table has its own administration screen. We need to be able to administer an account or each account. So this will lay out our framework for the first table, which is an account table. Well, let's open up the Access and begin our coding with the first module. All right, let's open up our Access. Type Access, hit enter, create new blank database, and here we're going to go to C drive, Access project. We're going to create new folder. Let's call this a module 1, create customer table query. And let's see, and form list and form. That's good. All right, and then we're going to go in there. We are going to call this module database name as CMS. I am hoping to continue with this project until we get it done, until the end. So CMS stands for Customer Management System. So hopefully when we get done with all these modules, we'll have a functional customer management system. The first thing that we want to do here is, well, let me go back. Normally, in any development, you would be given a requirement from your manager to design certain system. All right, that would present you with the mock-up template. All right, this could be an image or a PowerPoint or some sort. And then you will have to come up with your way of producing the application. Well, in this case, I already have one in my head, and just to go through that it would be too lengthy. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive into the customer management system. All right, and hopefully if you follow along, you will learn a tremendous. You will gain a lot of stuff from this development, and we will go into class modules and types and constants. We're going to go through all the stuff in programming. So just bear with me and just stay with me, and you will learn a whole lot of stuff, and especially the newcomers. And remember, I don't use I am not coding based on the macros. I don't use macros in here. But you will see, and you will enjoy, and you will like the way I design things. All right. So the first thing that we want to do here, let's go ahead and go to table, and we are going to create customer ID, and this will be a grid. All right. So we're gonna use a grid that we created earlier. That would be customer ID. And then we're gonna have company name, name. We are going to have the first name of the person, last name, similar to the Adventure Works database. So we're gonna use that as a template. And then we're going to need salutation. Let's see, what else do we need here? We're going to need first name, last name. How about address? All right. I remember we did that earlier. We're going to say company city. And we're also going to say company state. Now, the reason why I use the company state is because after all this is done, I'm hoping to share with you how we can do the link table to administer this one. But for now, we're going to do the access database first, and that state is a reserved word. So we don't want to get there. We don't want to go there. As a matter of fact, I can go ahead and open it up now. Let's go to SQL Management, because we're going to need the data from there anyways. So let me go ahead and open that up and explain to you why I chose to use company state instead of just state. So when it pops up, okay. Alright, we're gonna go into that database, Adventure Works, and I'm gonna go to new query, and I'm gonna show you that state is a reserved word. Select. See how it says it highlights as in blue. Any blue color is the reserved word, and we don't want to use that. And that's the reason why, unlike, for instance, let's do sales customer. For instance, if I say first name here, you see how that is in black. Last name, oops, let's do it right there. You see that? And then we'll do the address later. But you see why I chose not to use a state, because state is a reserved word, and we don't want to use that. Okay, just keep in mind when you design your database, make sure the names, even the variable, you don't want to use the reserved word. All right. So let's get back to that's the reason why I use company state. All right, because in the future we're gonna use a link table for our database. All right, so now we got that. We'll call company zip code. Now zip code, you can just say zip code. Okay, that's okay. Don't want to get too lengthy if you can. If you can, if you can omit, you know, it's good. Try to be short. All right, descriptive but short. All right, and then telephone number. I think that's good for now. I think we have all that we need. Okay, that looks good. So go ahead and Control S, save, and we're gonna call this customer. All right. Now, yeah, let's set that as a primary. We don't want the auto number. All right. So we want to do that. Now the reason, go ahead and save that as customer. And the reason why I don't use TBL in front, we already know it's table. There's no need to do it. TBL. Now the query is different. All right, so we'll go ahead and create a query right now. All right, we'll go ahead and create a query at the same time. So, and this will be used as we progress into our design. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use a query. You can double click on this show table, or you can just drag this guy over. All right, so two ways. And here we only want customer ID. Actually, you know what, we're gonna need customer. And here we don't want to use first name last name. We want to use we want to go ahead and combine them. All right, so let's say contact. So we use contact, and then here you have to use a bracket. Last name. All right, and let's see what else. I am hoping to use this list as a search record. All right, so but today in this video I will show you how to create a customer form that we can search. All right, let's see, what else do we need. How about city, state, and zip code. All right, this would be search items. Here we're going to be doing the search items. All right, and then we're going to call this Q or Y. Now the reason why I use the Q or Y is stand for query. All right, to distinguish between the query and the table. All right, so that's the reason why. So we're gonna do this customer list. I think that's good enough. Customer list. All right, and we're gonna go back in here. I'll go ahead and close that out. We're gonna add customer number. So we are going to design our customer number ourselves. All right, customer number. Obviously, you don't want to use the grid as a customer number. That's long. So we're going to just have our own template to design our customer number. All right. Okay, save that. Control S. Let's move back to the query. Let's insert this number in there, and I'm going to highlight that and grab the handle and move to right there before customer name. I think that's appropriate location. Now that we have the table and the query, all right, we need to get the data in here, and the simple way is we got the data here. All right, now I didn't save the statement, the SQL statement that I did earlier, but that's no problem. We can do it now. Here, oops. From customer address, I remember customer. Yep. And then we're gonna join that into with the address table. Yep. And see the address name there. That's not good. All right, address is also a type in SQL. So when anytime you want to use the same the name as the reserved word, you would have to do this. All right, put a bracket there, and now it knows that it doesn't it know the SQL knows that this is a field. It does not refer to the reserved type from the SQL. All right, the reserved word. So we're going to select and then B on a address ID equals a address ID. All right. I think and now we can say customer. We can say a customer. Yep, I remember this one. And then let's see what else is in the a. Modify row grid. Yeah. Okay, so we're not interested in that. We're just interested in this. And now we're going to need from the B, which is address line 1, B city, B state, or they call it state province. I like that name, state province. See how they are, stay away from just saying state. I like that. You know what? We're gonna go back over here and rename that to state province. I like that. Let's go back in here, go to design. Let's change that to state province. Yeah, I like that name. So, yep, there. Or is it province states? I think it's province states. Let's double check. State province. Okay. So that's good. All right, and then let's see. And we are going to need zip code. Postal code, they call it here. There. Okay, so we got address, city, state, and zip code. Let's double check. Address, city, state, and zip code. Oh, telephone number. Oh, that might be on the other one, but that's okay. This is good. This is good right here. And then I'm going to join this guy right up here. Call this C inner join. And then I'm going to close this guy off. Bring this guy up here. We'll call this D on the customer. Now, just because I've been working with database, especially SQL database, for many years, close to 30 years, so I kind of know this thing, know my way around here. All right, what else do we need? And now we can say the address line, the city, the there, the postal code. I think we got everything. Okay, there's one more thing I think we need is the telephone. So that would be in the, yeah. Where would the oh, phone, they call it phone. Okay, so I think we got it there. And there are 417 rows here. Let me see, we have everything. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yep. So and then we are going to need a grid from this guy. This one is called row grid. Yep. So let's try that again. So we got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Let's double check on this guy. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Oh, company number. All right, okay, that's fine. We're gonna do that later. That's fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What are we missing? First name or salutation. So we need salutation. So as a matter of fact, we can do title. I think it's called title here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Yep. So that's salutation. So we got 10 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So now we can come back here. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. Huh. We're missing something here. That I'm going to move the salutation in front. So we got salutation, first name, last name, address, city, state, zip code, telephone number. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10. That's right. Okay. So I counted customer number. So we need to add customer number in there as a blank. So we're going to do as customer number, and that will be blank, and then we'll fill that out ourselves. So that's it. That's what we have. So I'm going to highlight this, copy this. Now, if you don't have this, you want to know how to get this. All right. You can go back to link table video and look it up. All right. Otherwise, you can just fill this out, this mock data yourself. All right. I'm going to open this up. I'm just going to highlight this guy and paste. So I just click OK, OK, OK. There's some things that did not fit in here. So there might be some weird stuff that that didn't fit in there. All right. So that could be these guys. So this looks like, yeah. So don't worry about it. If it didn't fill in correctly, don't worry about it. Because they don't need to be accurate. It's just a mock data. I'm going to go ahead and delete this paste errors table. Delete that out. We don't need it. So there you go. Now we're left with good data now. So if we close this guy out and then click on this query, we'll see the same thing with define. All right. Now with this ID here, all right, we need to come up with something here. Yeah, we need to format this account number. So if we were to add new account, we want to go ahead and pre-populate it accordingly. So one thing that we could do is close, save that guy, go ahead. And one thing that comes to mind here is to go to module. We're going to call this customer DB access. All right. So remember the module. This is where you can create functions and subroutine and type and constant. All right. So this is where you use those stuff. And as you follow along, you'll see me create some stuff in here, all right? And then I'll talk about the class module later. But for now, let's do this. We're going to say, let's do function. Let's do function. Get new customer number, all right? So, and then return as string. All right. So here we are going to make sure that the number that the customer number conforms to all template. All right. So in here, what we want is I am thinking of CMS dash 00000, 5 digits. All right, and then that would be our number, okay, our customer number. And then we are going to increment these zeros, 1 2 3, for example. All right. So before we working with our database, let's handle our error. All right. So let's do error handling first. Handle error. All right. And then we'll say if er number not 0, then and if. Oopsie. And if. And then here we'll say exit function. All right. So that's good. Now we want to display our message. Error. And then we're going to spit out the number. Character line. And then we also want error description. VB critical. And then here we can say this error dash the name of the function. That way we know when it happens, where it happens. All right. And up here we can say we're gonna put on error go to handle error. All right, and that's it. That's all we have to do. And now we can work with our record set. Define record set as record set, and then we want the SQL statement as string. And in here we can say SQL equals select top 1 customer number from query customer list. Order by, we want it to be descending, so customer number descending, and that's that. Now once we've done that, we can set the open record set rs equals current to, my bad, there are db open record set, and here we can put in our statement. All right, now let's check to see if the record count is greater than 0, then and if, and then we want to dispose the record set. That's simple enough. All right, that's simple enough. So how we're gonna do this? Well, we need some variable to test our number. All right, so we're gonna say temp. Let's make this a string. Temp number as string, because the record customer number will be in a string. All right, and then we're gonna say temp number equals, all right, rs customer number, and that's that. Now what happened if this customer number is null? Right, let's handle the null. NZ is the null, and then we want to put the empty string in there. All right, And that's good. That's all we want. Now, let's set the number here. Logic to increment number. Alright, so if temp number equals, then else, and if. Alright, so if it's null, then we already know what we want to set in there. Copy. Oh, by the way, let's add this string in here. So if it's null, then all we have to do is just do this. CMS dash 1, 2, 3, 4, and the fifth one. Alright, else we do this. Temp number equals temp number equals, okay, hold on, right here we want left five. Alright, well, if it's string, you can still do left 5, but which is nothing, so that's okay. Alright, so right here now, because it's left, oh my bad, it's not left, it's right. We want the far right, which is this guy right here, this last 5 digits right here. Alright, so alright, now now we know the right side is its number. We can do this. We can say int temp number. We convert it to a number, and then we add 1 to it, and then we come out here. We say, let's make you a string. Let's make you a string. So we're gonna increment. So the first time around is empty. It's gonna get this guy. The second time around is going to get this last 5 digits. But when we say convert this last 5 digits to a number, then it's gonna remove all these zeros. That would be 2. All right, 2. And that would be string. Okay, so now we can say if length temp number equals 1, then equals CMS dash 1, 2, 3, 4 and temp number. That's it. Now we can copy this guy, move it down. Alright, so if it's two digits, we remove one of these guys. If it's 3, we remove 2 more, 1 more. If it's 4, down to 0, 1, 0. And if it's 5, we just do like so. Alright, so now let's Control S, save that. And that's how we're going to do it. And that is how we are going to do it. Alright, so now let's do this. Now that we got that, we want another function to update this guy. Alright, so we basically need the entire thing. Let's copy that, move it down, and change this get new to update customer number as boolean. And then I'm gonna copy that guy, put it down way down here, and say true. So if it gets down here, that means everything is good. The only time that it doesn't get here is when it intercept errors. Okay, so now we don't need that. We're going to delete that. So here we want to say so now we don't need this, we don't need that, we delete all that. We're going to put customer. This would be a table name right here, there. All right, we don't need that. So here we say, okay, go open that record set from the customer table, and if you are anything, I am going to begin from the first record, and we're going to do until rs end of file loop. All right, and then let's not forget, this is important, make sure you advance to the next record. All right, so what do you want to do here? Okay, so here we say, so we want to do a test too, so let's do this. Let's add temp number as string. We might not need this, but we'll see. And then we're going to say temp number equals rs customer number. All right, now there's a possibility it's null, so we want to say if it's null, I want it empty. And now we can say if temp number equals then now we could have done this. Let's do that then. Let's do that. Like I said, we might not need this, so I'll go ahead and take that out because we don't need it. All right, so that's how that's going to work. So we are saying if there are 8 records, come in here and begin the first record, and then we're going to loop through this by using this advanced move next until the end of file. All right, and we're going to check if you are empty string, do this rs edit rs update, and then in here we'll say rs exclamation customer number equals, and here I'll go ahead and put that one there so he doesn't bark at me. I'm going to grab this guy there, and that would, I think that will do the trick. And here we're going to change this name to an error here. Remember, this is a good practice. If you intercept when you get exception, you want to know what the exception is. All right, so that's how you define where exception is. All right, because this thing is going to pop up as a message box, and the message box will say these errors, and if you don't know where it is, it's going to be hard to find as you get more lines of codes in here. So put that in there and you know where it is if you get an exception. All right, I think we're done there. I think that's it. Well, let's put this to a test. Let's go back to the design. All right, let's put this to a test. I'm going to close that out for now, and we're going to add form design. And all we want to do here is just fill up that little blank space, blank column rather. And that's all we need to do. And then from there on, we don't need to do it again. All right. So I'm not going to get too fancy with here, but I am going to say if, remember, this is the Boolean, right? So there, I think it's this guy. Okay, let's call if customer DB access and then update number, then message box update complete. That's good enough. And then just test. Yeah. All right. So now we got this one. Let's run. Let's see. Look at that. That's good. It went without hiccups. Look at that. See there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, and so on and so forth. And we should have 407. Let's do query backwards. 407. Look at that. So we got the customer number and they're in the form that we want. Well, this is good and dandy. All right. So now, good. All right. So we got that, and it should show it up in here as well. That's good. Okay. So this code that we just created is awesome. Works great. All right. I'm not going to remove this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that private so it doesn't expose to the front, because we don't want to remove the customer number. But in case you want to do that again, you leave it right there. All right. But we're going to keep this guy. We're going to make that public. By default, this is a public because we want to get this number. All right. But for this video, this is what I had planned on doing. We are going to we're going to use this guy, all right, and we are going to add the yeah, form header. Yep, we're going to add the form header. Let's see. Let's design these to our liking. What do you think? I'm going to move this button way up here. Actually, leave that right there. We want to design these to our liking. Let's add a label. Let's add a label. And then we're going to name this label header. Label header. We also want the back color for this header here as you know what, that might be too dark. I like that. I like that. As a matter of fact, we want this to be the same here. And we don't want alternate color, no color. All right. And right now we're not interested in the footer. Okay. So that will be our header. And let's make this guy a little bigger. And center. And bold. That looks good right there. That looks good right there. And this guy, I'm going to move up here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move it back down a little bit. No? Okay, right there for now. So what we want here is we want to get the source as a query customer list. And now we can add text right here. I'm going to remove that guy, but we are interested in some of these guys right here. That would be good. That's just perfect. I'm going to copy that, and then I'm going to leave that right there. There. This will be customer ID. All right, and this will be customer name, company name. Nope. Oh, or number. Number's good. Number's good. And then this will be company name. This will be contact. You know what? We're gonna use the same name there, contact. And then we're gonna here we're gonna say company company name. Same here, we're gonna do customer number. And here we're gonna say customer ID. That's good. Let's see, we got contact, and here is, what is this? We got contact city. For now, that's good enough. And I'm going to make this guy a little small tad. Alright, and then make that invisible. I don't want to see that. That means nothing. And that number is good with. And here we want to make the company just a tad larger. Maybe a little bit more. And here contact name. That too will be a little larger. I think my computer is dying. What do you think? So we got city. Let's see all these funny lines laying around everywhere. Alright, let's do one more. Remove that. We want this guy. Copy city. Control C, Control V, and move this guy to the next line here. This will be all state province. There you go. And then we're gonna make that same name. And that's good. Copy. And let's see what it looks like. Good. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's go back to the form design. All right. Now we don't want a single. We want continuous form. We don't want navigation. We do want record select. Well, we don't want a record select. Yeah, that's good. I think that's good. I think that's good right there. Let's take a look again. There you go. That's exactly what we want. All right. One thing what we want to do is here, I'm going to make this a module and pop up. That looks a whole lot better. All right. That looks a whole lot better. Okay. So that's what we want. And as a matter of fact, let's go back to the design. Alright, we're going to add label now. Let's do this. Let's move this guy down. Let's add label. A little bit tedious when you're doing this, alright, but that's alright because that's a part of programming. Is tedious work. Okay, so now I'm going to copy that, paste that, move this guy over here, there. Actually, we'll want to say customer is good. Alright, and then we're going to move this guy over, and then contact. We got city right here. I don't like that little line everywhere there. I have no idea. I really think my computer is dying. Anybody interested in helping me out with the with the purchase, it would be nice. I think, well, you know what? Yeah, that guy needs to move up a little bit more. There. I think that looks good for now. We can always tweak it later. But that's going to be there. I'm going to make that back color a little darker. That's more like it. See what it looks like now. Oh, that's a whole lot better. Look at that. But you see this bottom here? You know what that is? That's a scroll bar. Alright. So that looks good. So my intention for this form is to be able to do a search. Alright. This is going to be a search form right here. And as we continue, you will understand. Let me see what my scroll. Oh yeah, right here. We only need vertical only. As we progress, you will understand why this is. And this right here, this form will be universal, meaning we're going to be using this a lot throughout different forms. All right, so if you just keep following along, you will understand why this guy is the way it is. All right. So this header right here, I think I'm going to change that header to back color to something. What do you think about black? Yeah, that's not too shabby. Navy. All right. With that case, we can change that to white. That's not too shabby. That's good. And then all button. See back color. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and find and do this button as search. So we're gonna use this form to search for customer. All right, CMD search. And now we're getting close. Now we want to be able to okay. We need a search box. All right, we need a search box. I'm going to make it like so. That looks good right there. And then put this search right here. So here we can say text to search. I think that's good. The only thing is that I don't like this light thing. Alright. So again, we can bring out color function and tweak this. There. I think that looks good. Control S. Take a look. Oh yeah. So see how it's beginning to look right now? And we're going to be able to filter out these guys out in yeah, once we get done with this. All right, and here's what we need to do. We can do, yeah, we can do group. This is called group, by the way, group control. We can add group control here, and then the first guy is going to be customer number. The second guy will be customer. Third will be contact. These are the search. All right, and then we're gonna do city, and then state, province. That's good. That's good. That looks good. There you go. Yeah, we just tap tap tap. So we got the whole thing here. Let's dress this up a little bit more here. Let's dress this up a little bit more. That's good enough. See this label right here? If you move this guy right here, right to that, that looks a whole lot better. And then we'll say filter by, and or you can say search by. I think search by is good. Search by. I like that. There you go. Alright, and then I'm going to highlight, well, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to select this guy, control, hold your control key down and just tap left click left, and then we're going to change this text to darken it up. So I'm going to move this guy right there, looks good, and then gonna move this guy right there. Right there's perfect. A little too far. So I mean, this is part of, you know, programming, is to laying things out, and it's tedious, but you gotta love what you're doing, by the way. And then last but not least, so that's what we have, and I'm gonna shorten this guy up a little bit more. And looks like we can do this. Highlight this guy, move down a little bit, make room for this control, and that looks good, and that looks dandy. Yeah, that's good. No, that's as a matter of fact, I'm just, yeah, I like that. I like that. And maybe move it down. I'm trying to align this so that it's not as clutter or just cram in one corner. When you design this, you want to make sure they look right. So I'm going to move this guy a little further out, and then this text may be aligned with that. I think that looks good. What do you think? Okay, what do you think? And then we just move this guy up. Control S. Let's take a look. There you go. There you go. Now we can start doing this right here. All right. That touching the head a little bit here, I see. So I'm gonna move that down a little bit because it's touching the header. All right, I do want this guy to be wider, and then change the alignment to left. Oh, all right, my bad. Right there. Yep, that's exactly what we want. All right, so that we have it for this guy. All right, we're gonna dress up a little bit more here. Okay, let's do some dressing up. So on load here, click on load. We can do this one, caption. You see how I'm doing this now? Control S, and then let's rename this control right here. Let's call that option. Option OPT option search bar. That looks good right there. All right, and then highlight you're clicking this option search bar and go to the event. Double click on click, go to the event, and here we can say select case me option search bar and select case 1 me label. Oh, you know what, just a sec, let's go back here. We need to name this right here. Oops, did I move something? Let's go back down there. Let's make this guy same height, size, tallest there. Control S. I'm going to rename this guy to label text to search, and this box right here, txt, I'm going to say criteria. No, yeah, let's do the same name. I like that. Let's do txt text to search. I like that. All right. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Go back to the code. Now we can say me label text to search caption. If it's the first one, we can say customer number, case 2, what's the case 2? Contact, I think. Contact or company. Company name. Here's 3. Me text to search contact name. Case 4. Me text to search caption city 5. Me like so. Alright, that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. So if we click this guy, see there? Now we're gonna change those guys. Obviously we can say city name here. We got contact name, customer name, customer number, customer name. Oh, yeah, there you go. So I think we should change city name to city name. That's good. Yeah, look at that. So that looks good for now. All right. For now, that looks good. And that's all. That's my intention. Is to be able to see that customer search form. So we are going to be using this form, all right, as we create customer management form or invoice or whatever, and this will be all where to go to get the customer, and I will show you. All right. So the next video, we're going to be filtering out this guy and using this search. Currently, it's not working. All right. This is going to be a little long video, but I want to save that there. I don't want you to bore you with this. This is going to be another segment. All right. So that's module 2. Will be making a search on this guy. All right. And there you have it. Well, let me recap before we go. So we learned to create the number. See how we did the customer number. All right. And this is the logic to get the customer number. So in the future, when we create the CRUD for the customer number, we're going to say, hey, give me the new number, and it's just going to spit it out to you. All right. And then you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Now, the other thing that we did, we just pull out the record set and say, hey, go get me a new number just to update the database. So it's just a little lengthy. I think the time, time was spent today. There you have it. That is the customer search form. Although there are going to be some stuff behind the scene here that we're going to be manipulating. So be sure to check out the next video. Happy programming. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like, share, and hit that bell. And also comment below, and if you need help, inbox me. Thanks again.